There's totally no one here.
The plan, tell people what the plan was, Dan.
The plan was to kind of interview people and maybe have them tell us what to do, tell us why they love camping. But there's no one here.
There's no one here to tell us what to do.
Yeah. But we can choose the best campsite.
So we got that going for us.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about climbing has to be that it's one of those sports that forces you into a certain state in your own head that is kind of hard for me to access any other time. And that you could call it being present or like in flow or what have you. But there's like no option when you're like battling on a problem or a pitch, you know, to be anywhere else. I'm in a gap year from school studying computer science back in California, and I am out here on paper exploring other things I find fulfilling, you know, working in like outdoor industries and patrolling, guiding, this kind of thing that I want to be able to do on the side for the rest of my life. And I felt like the momentum of the tract I was in education was maybe only picking up. And after this year, it might not have worked out to, you know, take some time to actually make connections and get this career started. I don't know if it's about being out here without the social net and mostly solo, or like the mountain air, or not being tied to so much possession, but I feel the most sober I think I've ever felt.
So Dan and I have made it to the start of pitch 1. You go up here, over here, to the top, put the 70 in, rappel down. Might not be a whole lot of filming here. It's kind of put the camera away and focus time.
For better, look her straight in the eye. I'm collecting my letters. Will we walk? Will we ride? Will we ride?
Dude, no.
I feel like when I first started getting into climbing, I was like going through some stuff, and it really helped me get to a space where I could just like be in my own head, and like it's so mental, like just as much as it is physical. It's like you have to be aware of like what you're doing, and like how you're moving your body, and I really love that it's just like so in the zone. Like when you're up on the wall, like that's what you're thinking about, is how you're gonna get to the top, not anything else. My name is Lexi. I'm from outside of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Blue
This is my second lead ever.
blue to bull.
I am an environmental educator, so I teach kids about nature, and I just want to I want to connect with people. Like my whole life purpose and goal is to connect with other people and to connect with Earth, and to do things that help me do that. It's like being an educator really helps me meet a lot of people and connect with a lot of people and connect with places, and the more stuff you do outside, it's just I feel like the more connected you are. That's a really big reason I like rock climbing. It's a totally different way to get outside.
All right, yeah, you got some nice juggy holds, it looks like.
There's just something so special about sharing a meal with people. And I think something that's really cool in today's world about sharing a meal with people is you're not looking at your phone, you're not looking at screens. That's another reason I love to get outside, is it puts you so much more in the moment. I haven't looked at my phone in 3 days. Really tasty.
If you had one adventure that Dan and I should do while we're out here, a hike, a climb,
Can I phone a friend?
you can absolutely phone a friend.
I would say definitely go to the Needles District of Canyonlands. Not many people get down there, and it's some of the best hiking in this part of the state, I would say.
I'm ready to rip when you are.
Okay.
My name is Brittany Zale. I am a climber and a skydiver, and I live in Moab, so it's the natural progression to become a base jumper.
3, 2, 1.
I grew up near Niagara Falls, and I remember being a little girl and just getting there to the edge of this big rock, and the waterfalls cascading next to me, and I was just I want to jump off this so bad. That looks so cool. And I've always had that, hiking, climbing, getting up to the top of things and wanting to jump off. And I had to all of a sudden I was wow, wait, this is something I've wanted to do. This is something where I belong doing that. I belong there. I belong out on the side of that cliff. And I finally now have the training to do that, and the friends who are willing to teach me, and I'm so incredibly grateful that now I get to get off and lean over the edge of that railing, and I finally get to be all right, and then hop over it and jump off, which is so awesome. And so I really try to harness that feeling, and I try to harness that before every single base jump, is just really, really deep gratitude for having the ability to do this.
2, 1.
It's a good meeting spot. A lot of people come here and they camp out of their vans or their cars. And so having a spot where everyone can kind of line up, park, and have space to pack, have space to sit and eat, make some food. It's not an adrenaline rush.
Base jumping?
Yeah, it's not an adrenaline sport. You kind of run, you get that beautiful weightless feeling where you're yes, I belong here. your parachute opens, you have this nice, comfy, easy to fly parachute, and you just like float down to the ground where you started.
That was a perfect way to sum it up.
It's amazing.
One.
Yeehaw! It is actually like incredibly zen and chill, which is rare or weird. I don't know.
I've been in the world, that is the most difficult place to get to.